Spinal stenosis is the most common spine diagnosis in the Medicare population. Approximately 5 of every 1,000 Americans over 50 have this disorder, and 4 out of every 1,000 Medicare enrollees have surgery for spinal stenosis.
The person who suffers from spinal stenosis is the person who complains of back, buttock, and leg pain when they're standing and walking. It's the person you see at the grocery store who's leaning over the cart to walk. It's the person who says, when I walk, I'm looking for the next place to sit down because my legs feel weak. And that's who suffers from spinal stenosis.
Spinal stenosis is most commonly caused by degeneration and aging of the spine, where loss of the cushioning discs and development of bone spurs cause pressure on the spinal nerves. As our population ages, the problems associated with aging and degeneration of our spine increases.
Well, along with spinal stenosis, the most common thing that occurs is people develop what we call deformities of the spine. About 25% of all people with stenosis have a condition called a spondylolisthesis, where a vertebra actually starts to slip off the spine. Yet other people get lateral curvatures of the spine that we call a scoliosis. And any amount of deformity in the spine can contribute to stenosis and back and leg pain.
Treatment strategies and technologies for improving pain and dysfunction associated with these problems have improved dramatically in the 21st century. The majority of degenerative spine conditions can now be treated with a variety of minimally invasive surgical techniques.
Well, traditionally, spine surgeon has focused on doing what we call laminectomies, which removes the bone and supporting structures of the spine, and it necessitates then replacing those structures by fusing people with rods and screws. Microscopic and endoscopic surgeries allow us to remove pressure on the nerves without destabilizing people's spines so that we can avoid having to fuse them.
Linda Sudduth was suffering from severe pain and numbness which interfered with her daily activities when she sought help.
My legs would go numb when I walked. I couldn't walk more than 5 or 10 minutes at a time. My feet and toes went numb and were tingling all the time. I basically had pain from my waist all the way down to my toes. And this had been getting progressively worse for probably about 2 years. And I noticed that I was not able to do things that I like to do.
Linda had a condition of a spondylolisthesis, where she had what we call a grade 2 slip of a vertebra that caused very bad spinal stenosis. So she was suffering from constant back and leg pain, and her being able to walk any distance was simply impossible.
Missouri Spine Institute, located in Jefferson City, Missouri, provides technologically advanced and minimally invasive treatments to improve the pain and dysfunction caused by a variety of spinal disorders. The Institute's goal is to improve your pain and help you return to your life as fast as possible.
The majority of the people with spinal stenosis who have mild symptoms really don't need surgery, and we help them with a variety of non-surgical techniques to improve their symptoms. But for people who have severe symptoms that are interfering with their life, we exhaustively investigate their dysfunction and the disease they have to come up with the most minimally invasive surgical option possible.
Dr. John Spears is an orthopedic spine surgeon and is the director of Missouri Spine Institute. A former Green Beret, Dr. Spears has borrowed the Green Beret's motto, De Oppresso Liber, which means to free from oppression.
There is hardly anybody with severe spinal stenosis who does not tell me that they are severely oppressed by their disease. And when you lose the ability to do something as simple as stand and walk, that is a very severe hindrance to anybody's normal life. And I am rewarded every day with people coming back after surgery and saying, "Thank you, you have relieved me from my pain and my burden."
Current evidence-based studies evaluating the effectiveness of spine surgery show conclusively that patients who were treated surgically showed significantly greater improvement in pain, function, and disability compared to patients treated non-surgically.
Today, I walk about a mile a day just for exercise. I don't have to go shopping and push a shopping cart anymore. I can actually just walk around the store, which is great. I don't have the numbness in my legs. I'm able to go and do things, especially with the grandkids, that I like to do. And I'm glad I had the surgery.
Dr. Spears says that one of the more challenging issues in the practice of spinal surgery is determining which problems and patients would benefit from non-fusion spine surgery versus those who need spinal fusion to improve their condition. Dr. Spears specializes in both types of procedures.
For people who have significant deformities of their spine, sometimes it's not possible to remove the stenosis without correcting their spinal deformity, and that involves fusions. But the technologies we have allows us to correct those deformities and fuse their spine in extremely minimally invasive fashions through very small incisions that helps to speed people's recoveries as opposed to traditional open types of fusion surgeries.
Missouri Spine Institute uses evidence-based medicine and continuing research to keep pace with the best proven treatments for surgical treatments of the spine. To learn more about Missouri Spine Institute, call today or visit mospineinstitute.com.